Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Saddle Rock Sports Network, coming to you live from La Junta, Colorado. It is Friday, February 24th, and we are here for the District 3 Championship Games between the Lady Redhawks of Veta and the Lady Longhorns of Springfield. Kind of interesting in our next game with the guys matchup. It's also Springfield versus Veta, the two top programs in District 3 this year. All right, so we got a lot on the line for this game today. Both of these teams, all four teams playing today, are seeded high enough to advance to the regional tournament. The question will be, will they be able to host a regional quadrant in their home gym or not? The Lady Springfield Longhorns are, I believe, seated at number 12 in the state, and they're in the top 16. If they win, they'll get to host. That was Springfield. Rather, Veta is out of the top 16, so they will not be able to host a regional quadrant. So that's what they're fighting for. Hosting and maybe a little bit better seating in the brackets. We'll talk more about that seating later during halftime. I'm joined today by, on the camera, first off, we'll get to a freshman from Branson School, the one and only, the glamorous Hope Vernier. And then today on the mic, providing color commentary for this first game, is the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated, the man with the silky smooth voice, Brock Brunelli.
Thank you, Brad. Glad to be back here in the studio. We got district championship basketball right here live on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Should be a good one. I mean, this is for all the marbles who wants to be the district champions. We'll have the Longhorns here today versus the Redhawks. So they're going to have starting lineups and national anthem here.
District 3 men's and women's basketball tournament. If you would please rise, remove cover.
Then we'll have the national anthem now. Alrighty, sports fans, we'll have the starting lineups right now presented by LARCC Trucking. We'll have your Veta Redhawks first.
This is the number 1 seed home team on the scoreboard, the Springfield
versus Springfield Longhorns. The 1 and the 3 seeds today, Brad.
Actually, it's the 1 and the 4 seeds. The Kim Branson Mustangs were the number 3 seed coming into this tournament, and they lost their opening match to these Lady Redhawks. Redhawks advancing by beating Kim, who had a first-round bye.
For the Longhorns, the non-starter.
No, I take that right.
Yep,
Kim, I am incorrect. You are right. Kim was ranked number 2, and Redhawks number 3 beat the number 2 ranked Kim to get here today.
Now have the starting lineups. They'll do 1 for one team, 1 for the other. For the Redhawks, Number 10, the sophomore Isabel V. Hill. For the Longhorns, number 3, the junior Lainey Leathers.
For the Red Hawks, a freshman number 11, Jaden Gimmer.
For the Red Hawks, the freshman number 11, Jaden Gimmer.
Senior number 14, Raquel Westphal.
For the Longhorns, the senior Raquel Westphal.
For the Red Hawks, the senior number 12, Kendall Edelman.
For the Red Hawks, number 12, the senior Kendall Edelman.
For the Longhorns, a senior number 25, Kendall Myers.
For the Longhorns, number 25, senior Kendall Myers. Number 13, the sophomore Aspen Autry.
For the Longhorns, junior number 30, Marina Garcia.
On the Longhorns, number 30, the junior Karina Garcia.
32, Destiny Valdez.
And to wrap it up for this Red Hawks team, the senior number 32, Destiny Valdez.
Junior number 35, Aliyah Cahoon.
And to wrap it up here for the Longhorns, the junior number 35, Aaliyah Cahoon. Longhorns led by head coach Tom Jacobs. Red Hawks led by head coach Crystal Autry.
All right, thanks for getting us going here. Mr. Brunelli, we've got a lot of red in the crowd today, both Springfield and Longhorn and Veta red-colored teams. And here we go, and that is Veta with the tip. 2 quick points for Kendall Edelman. Tell you, Edelman and Westphal, potentially, arguably the 2 best female players in this district tournament. We'll see how they score off today.
Yes, Edelman really good. 7 double-doubles on the year for her.
That's Aaliyah Cahoon. Her shot off, rebound controlled by the Red Hawks. Tipped out of bounds by Westphal, and that will be Veta ball. Looks like we're going to see Springfield starting out in that full court man press we've seen really all season and all tournament long. Pretty effective. And that pass almost intercepted, corralled by Veta, knocked down, no foul on the call. And a couple of no calls there, bodies on the floor. We have 25, Kendall Myers is down. Going to probably take a little injury timeout here. This is tough to see right off the bat, only 30 seconds into this game. We're going to take a quick timeout while we get this lined out. Have you been to the Baca Brew yet in Springfield? Located at 973 Main Street, Baca Brew has all your favorite espresso drinks, coffee, and tea, which go great with their baked goods, breakfast, and lunch sandwiches or their daily specials. Dine in or carry out. Call-in orders welcome. Come visit Baca Brew, and congratulations to all the student athletes playing in today's games. All right, folks, welcome back, and Myers was able to get off the court, and hopefully we'll see her back in action before too long. Number 11, Bay Ellis, a sophomore, has checked in her stead. All right, game 2-0 here, Veta up. Westphal going to work, shot off the mark. Veta controls the rebound. And here comes Edelman. Led her team past the Mustangs a couple of days ago. Driving hard. Loose ball, Aspen Autry picks it up. Back to Edelman. Guarded by Ellis. Swings it top of the key. Now Autry has it. Up at the top. Backs it off a little bit to set up her offense. Guarded by Garcia. Autry's going to put her head down and get to the rack and get 2 for the Red Hawks. That brings your score 4-0 as we get started here.
Autry, very talented sophomore for this Red Hawks team. Look for her to get some looks early. She's got 14 points per game on the year.
Westphal on a nice little feed from Leathers and not able to convert. Good interior defense by the Redhawks that possession. That's Autry with it now. And she's going to get fouled on the shot, going in for that baseline drive. First foul of the game committed by Brickell Westfall. That was in the act of shooting, so Aspen Autry is going to the line. Your score, Levita up 4-0 here with about a minute and a half transpired in the game.
Autry's going to head to the charity stripe, coming into this contest with a 52% free throw percentage.
That first one is just off the mark. Second shot up, and it no good. Bay Ellis with the rebound. Here comes Lainey Leathers up to Garcia. Garcia to Cahoon. Back to Garcia. They try to feed Westfall. She's got position.
Nice
Gets
feed.
it to fall. And Westfall gets her crew on the board. Levita has it now. Got to learn these names. That's Gimmer. Guarded by Westfall. Hands it off to Vigil. Leathers is able to poke it away. Here she comes. Chased down by Edelman. Leathers getting it to drop.
Leathers enters this contest averaging 7 points per game. Got 2 quick points in this first quarter.
Aspen Autry was off to the races. And Lainey Leathers committing the foul. Fortunately, on the floor before the act of shooting, but that will be her first foul. Redhawk inbounds possession. No, picked away, but then it's picked away again. That's number 10, Vigil. And loses her dribble. That will be Springfield ball. Cahoon looking to inbounds. Levita getting back in their half-court defense. Lainey Leathers brings it across the timeline. Over to Garcia, finds Cahoon. Back to Garcia. They get it into Westfall, see what she can make happen. Turnaround J is good. That's 4 points for the senior Westfall. And here comes that full court press. Vigil has it. Edelman now with it. Senior leader for this squad. Spoke with Coach Crystal Autry about the senior, and she said, man, it is great to have a senior with that kind of leadership on our squad. And that brings us to our first timeout break. Springfield now up 6-4. And we're going to hear from our good friends, our new friends at Perkins GMC Chevy here in La Junta.
Is it time to upgrade your ride? Maybe your vehicle just needs a little TLC. Perkins Chevrolet GMC in La Junta is here for all your automotive needs. They have a large inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles to fit your lifestyle and budget. And their service department can keep your car running for years. Schedule an appointment or stop on by the dealership at 22 East 1st Street in La Junta and say hello to the good folks at Perkins Chevrolet GMC. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to La Junta, Colorado. 5:06 to go here in the first period. Springfield up 6-4. Levita with the inbounds. They find a sprinting Crystal Autry. Lainey Leathers, good defense, and Aspen takes an extra step. Gets the travel call. Here comes Lainey Leathers. Finds Bay Ellis up high, and Bay Ellis pass intercepted by Aspen. She's going to put her head down, keep it going. Shot no good. Rebounded by Garcia. Here come the Longhorns. She's got 2 teammates wide open down low, and that's Aaliyah Cahoon. Shot no good. Vigil on the board. She's trying to get it to Edelman. The senior Red Hawk bringing it across the timeline. Guarded tightly by Ellis. A little bit of body. No foul called there. Out of bounds, though, so turnover created by what we have seen to be an excellent Springfield defense. Garcia has it now. Over to Ellis, swinging it to Leathers. Back to Ellis here on the near side. They find Westfall. She goes to work in the paint, gets Edelman up. Shot just off. Rebound control, but stripped. Now it's still Springfield ball. Aaliyah Cahoon, long 3, no good. Aspen Autry wrinkles in the long rebound. Wrinkles it in. Pringles have ridges. I don't know. Let's have some fun today. That pass kind of off the mark, and jump ball called first jump ball of the contest. Arrow belongs to Springfield on this one.
Both these teams have played each other twice this year, with Springfield winning by 20 plus in each contest.
Here we go. Laney Leathers dead on 3. That shot wasn't quite dead on, though. That will be Red Hawk ball. Score still 6-4, about just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Reef's going to be checking in now for the Red Hawks.
And Edelman with the ball now. Gets it back over to number 11, Gimmer. Gimmer has it picked up or dribbled, guarded by Westfall. Looking for help. Springfield able to take advantage. Garcia has a sprinting Westfall who took about 4 steps, no travel called. And she extends the Springfield lead to 4 points. That's 6 by Westfall, 6 of the team's 8. Here comes Edelman again, guarded by Ellis.
Yeah, Westfall, very talented player, had 17 points in that win versus South Baca.
Edelman says, I gotcha. Give me that ball. I'm going to keep us in the game, folks. Unfortunately there, Westfall trying to get it done too, and Edelman picks up her first foul of the contest. That 3 gives Edelman 5 points on the evening. Thus far, we have 3 fouls committed by Springfield, only 1 by Veta. Here we go. Let's hear from another one of our new sponsors, Andrietta Well Services, LLC.
Andrietta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's full timeout. We got a few minutes before the action begins. You'll see a little reminder there on the bottom side of your screen. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Find us and follow us on Facebook. That is the best way to stay up to date and notified of when we're bringing the next broadcast of awesome sports action right to you. Again, we appreciate everyone's support and all of our sponsors. Big thanks to one of our new sponsors for this tournament, Andrietta Well Services, LLC. Here we go. Briquette Westfall is now at the line as a result of getting fouled in the shot by fellow senior Kendall Edelman.
Westfall already with 7 points. She heads to the line with a 55% free throw percentage.
Raquel good on both of those. Here comes that full court Springfield press again. Double teamed up high, but that left number 32, Destiny Valdez, wide open. She's going to take it. Unfortunately, loses her dribble, and that will be Springfield ball. Destiny Valdez, one of the 3 seniors here on this Red Hawk squad. Bay Ellis up to Garcia now. They get it into Westfall. So there's a quick little handoff. Edelman says, I'll take that, thank you very much. Dribbling down, shifts to her left hand. Westfall gets in, breaks up the play, prevents a transition bucket, but she was the last to touch it. That is going to be Red Hawk basketball.
Yeah, and Edelman already showing her defensibility. Averages 4 steals per game heading into tonight's contest.
Aspinatri now has it. She's going to drive right side, hands it over to Valdez, but had a foot out of bounds when she caught the ball. Here comes Laney Leathers, quickly gets it up to Garcia. I like how Springfield moves that ball up the court quickly. Westfall, now they're kicking it out. Cahoon has it. Leathers back into Westfall, goes to work, finds a Bay Ellis for the little left side. High percentage shot off the glass. Full court action. Dangerous pass gets picked off. Garcia ends up with it to Westfall, to Ellis, who kind of loses it. Good hustle by both squads. They're going to say last touched by the Red Hawks. That will remain Springfield ball. Springfield up 12-5 with just about 12-7 with just about 2 minutes to go. Leathers now to Cahoon. Over to Ellis. Cahoon not afraid to pull the trigger. Rolls in and out. And bodies on the floor. That'll be a jump ball. Possession this time belongs to the Veta. Veta looking to find an opening in that full court press. Oh, and unfortunately, the inbounder moved left and right. That's always confusing when you can and can't move as the inbounder. That was Jaden Gimmer. Got that turnover. Aspinacci says, don't worry, I got you. Turns on the jet. She's going to drive baseline. Little too deep on that shot. Not quite there. Here comes Lainey Leathers now. Cahoon, the trailer, top of the key. They're going to kind of set things up a little bit. Look for Westfall on the inside, and they do. Blocked by the newly checked in number 42, Zoe Reef. Aspinacci with the ball now. Swings it over to Destiny Valdez. Long three attempt, no good, off the glass. Bay Ellis launching it up to a sprinting Cahoon. She finds a breaking Ellis who doesn't give up on the play. Gets the shot up just off. And again, Reef with another rebound. Ultimately gets pulled in by Edelman. She's going to be full court guarded by Ellis. And she pokes it away, but that is still going to be Red Hawk ball. Just over a minute to go. Springfield up by 5. You know, for the most part, we haven't seen, the refs are just letting it play. The foul's been called thus far. Pretty good calls, like what the ref crew is doing here tonight. Long, big pass into Reef. No good, tipped away. Here comes Leather. She has a Westfall on the break. About an extra step and a half. That was a running joke amongst several of us. Can you take a step and a half? But Westfall not able to get that one to fall. All right, again, that is going to be number 11, Gimmer, inbouncing, trying to find an open teammate. Westfall picks it off. Lenny Leathers now, top of the key, swings it over to Cahoon. Far side, back to Leathers, top, back to Cahoon, far wing. She finds Bay Ellis, tries to go to work down low. Too much on the shot, right into the hands of Edelman. Edelman now up to Vigil. Vigil with it, hands it off to Autry. Autry's going to go to work, dribble right side, pulls up the shot. Just falls up short, but Vigil there for the putback. That is her first field goal of the night. And just kind of a lack of concentration turnover by the Springfield Longhorns. The inbounder stepped in bounds before she passed the ball, resulting in the Red Hawks getting the ball underneath their bucket, 37 seconds to go. If they can convert here, we got a 1-point ball game. But the pass is stolen. Cahoon tries to get it up. Pass is stolen back. Vigil has it. 30 seconds left. Aspinacci's going to pull up the three. Blocked by Lainey Leathers. And Cahoon, after that block attempt, grabbed it. She's landed out of bounds. Again, that will be Red Hawk ball underneath. Edelman looking for that inbounder. Chance to cut the lead to 1 with the 2-point play here. About 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Edelman with the ball, 20 seconds. She finds Vigil on the low post. The shot, a little too much. That's Destiny Valdez. Back to, no, that was Valdez with the shot. Sorry there, folks. And bodies on the floor. 6 seconds to go. Leathers with the fast break opportunity. She's going to go left side. Doesn't quite fall. Garcia tries to get the shot up. No good. And that brings us to the end of an exciting first quarter. Score 12-9. Springfield over La Veta. Let's hear from another new sponsor, the Los Animas Grill.
When you're ready for a real meal, visit the Los Animas Grill. Located at 341 North Commercial Street in Trinidad, the Los Animas Grill is a farm-to-table family restaurant with a wide variety of home-cooked, mouth-watering, one-of-a-kind burgers, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and steaks. They also have an amazing coffee espresso bar for that midday push. Find them on Facebook for the latest daily specials and fundraiser dinners that give back to local schools, teams, and nonprofits. The Los Animas Grill is proud to support the student athletes competing today.
And we are back, folks. About another 30 seconds left here before the second quarter starts. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into this student-powered broadcast. Brock Brunelli is a senior at Branson. Hope Vernier, our camera woman, is a freshman at Branson. Everything we do is about bringing students along, equipping them to be able to produce high-quality, fun, engaging, entertaining broadcasts. So we appreciate all of your support. We appreciate your sponsorship. For those of you that are sponsors, we're just really enjoying this entire adventure. Here we go. We got another quarter of action just underway. Westfall with it now. Shot just a little too strong. Gets her own rebound. Second shot too strong. Yeah, kind of a loose ball. Myers back in the game. Good to see her after going down with a injury 30 seconds into the first quarter. Lainey Leathers has it. Kicking it over back to Westfall. Gets it in the paint. Fouled during the shot. She gets it to drop. An and one opportunity for Westfall. And that is the second foul on Red Hawks senior Kendall Edelman.
Aspen Autry's going to check back into this game for this Red Hawks team. Westfall, really good game so far. She's got 10 points. It can make it 11 with this made free throw. And she does just that. Westfall with 11 points.
All right, here we go. That same full court pressure. They get it to the hands of Aspen Autry. Keep using her mom's name here. The tipped away by Myers. Glad she's back in it. I see her. She's got some fingers pretty heavily taped. I wonder if she got stepped on in that quick injury. Glad to see her back in. She's moving good, so it obviously wasn't a leg injury. Back to the action. She has Garcia with the great interception. Red Hawks had a wide open player. And we had a foul there by number 11 of La Veta, Jaden Gimmer, the freshman.
3 fouls committed by both sides now.
Score 15-9 with about 7.5 to go here in the second period. Ellis gets it over to Myers here on the left wing. Back to Ellis. Up to Leathers, top of the key. Taking their time, seeing what develops. Bay Ellis. Now gets it into Leathers. Myers going to try a shot with that taped up hand. No good. Bay Ellis, strong board, one dribble shot. Playing a big down low game. That's 4 for Bay Ellis, the sophomore. Number 10 driving in. That's Isabella Vigil is going to end up drawing a foul on Brickell Westfall. That is her second of the contest. Again, foul trouble for both of these big leading seniors, Edelman and Westfall, both with 2 fairly early fouls. Here we go. That's Destiny Valdez has it. Gets it back to Edelman. Guarded by Westfall. Bodies down on the floor. I love to watch these 2 seniors getting after. No travel called. That was interesting. Springfield comes up with it. Leathers back to Westfall. They've got numbers if she can push. Westfall to Myers. Back over to Bay Ellis, who's playing a heck of a big game. She says, hey, I'm in this game too. 6 points for Bay Ellis. Here comes Edelman. Charging down, guarded by Ellis. Gets it into number 1. That is Sarah Walters, a sophomore for La Veta. Destiny Archuleta is able to get to the rack. No good. Rebound by Vigil. Now Walters has it, top of the key. Looking for Edelman. Doesn't quite have her. Lainey Leathers almost tips it away. Controlled, though, by Vigil. Picks up her dribble. Guarded tight now by Leathers. Gets it over to Walters. Guarded by Westfall on the top. She's going to drive baseline. Myers ends up impeding the progress a little bit. No foul called. Ended up being just dribbled out of bounds. It will be Springfield ball.
Autry and Varnado will check in for their respective teams.
Aspen Autry back in. Varnado, a very talented freshman for Springfield. That's Garcia with it now on the far right side. Gets it to Myers. Cutting Leathers. Little in and out between the folks down low. Myers shot no good. Varnado with the board. Back to Varnado. She's going to pull the trigger on the shot. Too much on that one. Vigil with the board. Edelman has it. Kicks it up to number 10. Sorry, that was Vigil. I'm getting Vigil and Gimmer confused here, folks. My 11 and 10. We're kind of far away here. So, I'll blame it on my old man eyesight there, Brunelli. That's the reason. All right, Garcia has it now here on the near wing. Gets it back to Ellis. Leathers now, top of the key. Varnado at the far wing. She gets it right into Myers. Little pass into Garcia. Traffic passes out of it. Varnado shot just off. That was a gorgeous pass by Garcia. Myers going to try the 3 with the taped up finger. She says, hey, the bank is open. I got you. Take me up.
Myers now has 3 points in tonight's contest. She had 10 points in that win versus South Baca Wednesday night.
Myers gets it ahead to Garcia. Springfield extending their lead to 13 points. It's now 22-9 with 4:18 to go here in the second quarter. Myers, Aspen Autry able to get a hand on it, breaks it up, but it will be last touched by Autry. Remaining Springfield ball. Zoe Reef checking back into the ball game, giving Isabella Vigil a little bit of a breather. Garcia inbounds it into Myers. Myers turnaround J, no good. Garcia with the board. A lot of hands on it, and they will call a jump ball. Possession belongs to the Red Hawks. Expect to see that full court press. Here it is. Autry's got a wide open Reef. Reef pulls it in. Layup just off the mark. They have the rebound. And Reef kind of passed it to the other colored jersey. But they end up getting it back. Good hustle by the Lady Red Hawks. That's Valdez with it now, guarded by Varnado. Edelman has it. Has a cutting Reef. She's wide open underneath. Left-hand layup is good. Zoe Reef now with 2. That gets the Red Hawks up into double digits. Myers picking up her dribble way deep, waiting for Leathers. Setting it up. Over to Varnado, far wing. Back to Leathers, top of the key. Gets it inside to Myers, and she goes to work, playing the big game.
Myers with 5 points, been averaging 6 on the year.
Destiny Valdez, guarded by Garcia. She finds a Reef, and that is another 2 for Zoe Reef. Zoe Reef, very effective for her team now in this recent back and forth. Leathers now over to Myers. Leathers now top of the key, finds Varnado. Deep right corner, back to Leathers at the top. Ellis now here on the left wing. Skip pass over to Varnado. Leathers back now up to Myers, top of the key. Steph Curry territory. She says, Steph who? Steph who? It's Kendall Myers in the building tonight. All right, here comes the Red Hawks trying to claw back into this lead. Last touch there by the Longhorns. That will be Red Hawk ball. Number 1, Sarah Walters, the sophomore, checking back in, as is Aaliyah Cahoon. Aspen Autry taking a little break, as is young Varnado for Springfield. And they're going to call a foul on Lainey Leathers. A little bit of extra effort, shall we say?
Yeah.
A little push, a little going after that loose ball. And that is the second on Lainey Leathers tonight. Team foul number 5. 2.5 to go here. Springfield up 27-13. And it will be number 11, Jaden Gimmer with the inbounds, finds Vigil. Guarded by Garcia. She's going to bring it herself up to the top of the key. She's going to drive and kick to Destiny Valdez. She's going to drive baseline, get it back to Vigil, and she is going to get fouled on the shot. Looks like it could be by Leathers. That is a quick third foul. Numbers 2 and 3 happening in about the last 15 seconds of play. That could prove interesting for Springfield moving forward into the second half. Vigil's shot just a little long off the back iron. And Madison Varnado checking back in for Springfield, as does Aspen Autry for the Red Hawks. Second shot up and away. Just off the mark, and that's Bay Ellis with the board. Here comes Cahoon, finds Garcia. Ends kind of a wild possession. Red Hawks come up with it. Edelman finds a wide open Gimmer. And then that pass just lost. Kind of hard to give you a description of these wild and crazy ones. And that's Madison Varnado. Able to convert. Vigil with it. Myers guarding. And they're going to call a jump ball. Quick hands by Myers to force that jump ball.
Yeah,
Possession this time belongs to Springfield.
we got 5 jump balls so far called in the first half of play.
All right, Aaliyah Cahoon now over to Garcia, swinging it here to Ellis on the deep wing. Kind of a little give and go between her and Garcia, figuring out what's up. Aspinatri says, I'm what's up. I'm going to get a layup. And she does. That's 4 for Autry. You know, she's arguably one of the quickest ladies in District 3. Fast first step, and she turns on the jets. Very few can catch up to her. All right, here's Garcia with the ball now. Over here to Ellis in the deep left side. She's looking, skip pass to Cahoon. Finds a wide open Varnado. 10-foot jumper is good. 4 points now for Varnado. And kind of a loose ball. Springfield ends up with it. Nice little pass. Ellis to Varnado. And a foul on the play. That's called on number 32, Destiny Valdez. Picking up that foul. Apparently her second. I missed her first one.
Yep, nice little run here by Varnado, getting 4 quick points. She's got 6 so far in tonight's game, averaging 4 points per game.
Able to convert, making it a 3-point play. Under a minute to go here in the first half. V-Hill with it. Guarded by Myers. Hands off to Autry. Autry's going to get to the lane. Tacks the bucket, no good. I like the aggressive drive, though. Varnado with the board. She has a wide open Myers. Right-hand layup is good. 27 seconds to go. Tipped by the quick hands of Bay Ellis. Again, that is V-Hill on the inbounds. Looking to get it to Edelman, and they're going to get Aspen Autry on that screen.
That's on Red Hawks, number 13, Aspen Autry, with this personal foul, 15.
Myers going to go ahead and give it a try. It's long. Bay Ellis with the board. Nice position down low. Shot no good. Varnado gets it. Turnaround J is good. Edelman has a sprinting Gimmer. She's going to be able to chase it down. Gets shot up. Not quite there. About 5 seconds to go. Gimmer gets it back. She's got time for a shot. Edelman's going to pull the trigger just off the mark, and that brings us to the conclusion of the first half. Your score here in La Junta, Colorado in the Women's District 3 Championship game, 38-15. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors, then we'll have a little playoff picture breakdown for you. Thanks for watching here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
Why does Regional Manager Carl York stay at La Quinta? Because at La Quinta, Carl gets some serious Z's on a cushy pillow top bed. And you know what Carl does when he gets serious Z's?
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Do you?
Ooh, okay.
I'll tell you.
Name's on the door.
He kicks butt and takes names.
I think they got it.
All right. La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Book your next successful stay at LQ.com.
At First National Bank, we are Trinidad. We know the needs of our community because we're part of the community. We offer competitive rates and build loan products that meet your financial needs. We're active in our community through events and donation programs. Banking with us is convenient with iBank, Zelle, iCard card management, and 4 locations in Southern Colorado and Northern New Mexico. First National Bank in Trinidad. Visit fnbtrinidad.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402572.
LARCC Trucking is the place to call if you have something to haul. A family-owned trucking business since 2021, LARCC is named after the owner's children, their motivation to create a successful future. LARCC is ready to help you haul your hay, cattle, gravel, or equipment anywhere in southwestern United States. LARCC also buys and sells hay. Give them a call today at 970-274-0826 and get ready to haul.
When you partner with Rocky Mountain Turf Solutions, you become part of the family.
Rocky Mountain Turf Solutions is a design, build, and install company for synthetic turf fields serving Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. We are the only owner-operated turf build and install company in Colorado, and we are a one-stop shop that does it all in-house, which means the people that are building your field care about quality and will make sure that it is done right. Choose Rocky Mountain Turf Solutions and join our family.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
All right, folks, we want to take just a minute here and give you a little bit of a playoff picture breakdown. Out of a lot of exciting things happening here in 1A basketball. A lot of basketball happening today. So all of this information I'm going to tell you is accurate as of about noon today. I'm not sure who's won, lost this afternoon. As we learn that stuff, we'll pass it along to you. Here's what's going on in 1A basketball. This is my playoff picture breakdown. These rankings, you'll see this column here that says rank for the women and rank for the men. That is the CHASA ranking and seeding index that they publish and calculate. And that number is half based on Max Prep's ranking and half based on RPI statistics and some combination thereof. So that's what the number is. Again, they're going to recalculate that number after district play to determine actual seedings. So now what on my little breakdown here do these colors mean? Green means a team is still in their district play. Red means they've lost and are out of districts, but that does not mean they're out of the playoffs. The top 32 teams, after things are calculated after districts, will get invited to play in regionals, unless there is a district winner in the bottom 32 and they're going to jump up. Now, that's probably kind of unlikely unless we have some awesome upsets, which could possibly happen. Now, what do these other colors represent? The bright yellow, dark yellow, however you want to call it, the gold, those are the highest seeds in a given district. So here, example for the men, district number 8, the highest seed is Bellevue Christian. District number 5, the highest seed is Stratton. Okay, that's what those colors mean. Now, what does this mean for regionals? The round of 32, which will start next week, there will be 32 teams, each played, and they'll break them up into groups of 4, and they'll play in what's called a quadrant. That will be hosted by the highest seed in that quadrant. Well, who gets those? It's the district winners if they are in the top 18, according to that CHASA index. And CHASA, the bulletin, states that if you're a district winner, you get one of the top 8 spots. So what does that mean? If I'm interpreting this correctly, it could mean something like this. So instead of being ranked, for example, let's look here at, oops, I'm sorry, there's other things up on my screen. Instead of being ranked at number 12, let's talk about the ladies Springfield Longhorns. They would, if they win districts, if they win this game, they will likely get a number 7 seed based on their ranking. So they bump up, and instead of 12, they're now playing as a 7, which is an easier path to a championship. On the guys' side of things, it's kind of interesting because some of the district top seeds are lower in the rankings than on the ladies' side. So, for example, if the Veta men win their game, they're currently sitting at number 16, but let's say they recalculate, they bump them up to 15, they would, instead of playing as a 15, they would play as a 7, again, which is an easier path to a championship. Now, based on things, if we stopped playing today, where would teams be based on what's happened and what's not? Here is what the quadrants would look like, and let me kind of come down a little bit so we get the entire picture. This is for the men. So for District 3 here, it's very fascinating. They would play right now in quad number 7, hosted by Veta if they win the district. Now, if the Springfield men win, it'll be a different story. It'll be a different outcome, but they both happen to end up in quadrant 7. Now, Springfield could face off against Denver Jewish Day. They're playing as a 10, but in reality, they were the number 3 team before district play. Very, very strong team. So they could square off again. You can pause this video, go back to it. I'll talk more about this later on tonight when I go back and break this down again after today's action. So let's talk about the ladies' quadrants. Where could our District 3 teams play based on how it's ending up? Well, guess what? It just so happens that also on the ladies' side, if Springfield ends up winning the district, they will host at their home gym their quad. Guess who else is there? Veta. Isn't that crazy? Now, we also have a few other District 3 teams that should advance to regionals. Kim Branson, seated at number 16. They could end up in quad number 1, which could end up being played at McClave. And South Baca, coming in currently at the number 31 slot, they could end up in quad 2, which would be up at Flatirons Academy. Again, none of this is set in stone. This will all be published late Saturday night, maybe early Sunday morning. It's a lot of fun, a lot of postulating. This is just my best stab on it to get a handle on it for myself. I hope you found that interesting. We'll say that was brought to you by Woody's Furniture of Trinidad and Raton, one of our sponsors for a lot of basketball this year. We really appreciate them stepping up and helping us make student broadcasting a reality.
Invite you to stop by one of their 2 convenient locations to browse their fine selection of beautiful furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more for your home. Visit their original store in downtown Raton or their new store in Trinidad on Freedom Road, right next to Big R, for a personal and professional furniture shopping experience. Woody's Furniture proudly supports the student athletes and student broadcasters of this tournament.
Well, it looks like concessions are open, so when this game's over, we'll go
Alrighty.
get some. All right, folks, you probably heard Brock and I talking about concessions. I didn't realize we were out of commercial break. Got about a minute to go. Let's get a little scoring summary from our awesome color man today, the one and only Brock Brunelli.
Yes, sir. For the Red Hawks side, you got Vigil with 2, Edelman with 5, the sophomore Autry with 4, the freshman Reith with 4. And then with the team in the lead so far in this first half, you got the junior Leathers with 2, Ellis with 6, Myers with 10, the freshman Varnado with 8 quick points there towards the end of that first half, and then leading scorer is the senior Westfall with 11.
Starting the second half for the Longhorns, Lady Leathers, Raquel Westfall, Kendall Myers, Karina Garcia, and Amina Clemens.
All right, folks, as we get ready to start, yes, we have a Red Hawk mascot in the house. Maybe we'll catch the Hawk on camera. That's always cool to see school spirit at these tournament games. And it will be Veta ball. Now going right to left on your screen. Edelman here double teamed by Cahoon and Ellis. And it looks like we got a little bit of clerical confusion, saying what's going on, whose ball is it, which way are we going, setting up a little different. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Confusion everywhere.
Maybe they're talking about the concession stand as well, or maybe they're talking about dinner plans afterwards. It's kind of funny, Cahoon and Ellis here just having a little conversation. Here we go. Edelman now with the ball. Back to Vigil. Vigil guarded by Westfall. Hands over to Edelman. She's going to pull up a J right at the free throw line. Just off the mark. Edelman with her own board. Kicks it out to Autry. She's going to pull up the 3. Gets it. Aspen Autry. Her first 3 of the night. And an interception right there. And almost another 5 points. Her shot just off the mark. Leathers chasing it down. Finds Aaliyah Cahoon. Back to Leathers now. They get the ball up to Westfall. She's got an open Ellis if she chooses. She says, nope, I got this. Westfall now with 13 in the game. Edelman tries to find a sprinting Autry. Leathers ends up getting to it first. Man, that was a tight foot race. Edelman now able to poke that pass away, getting the turnover. And ends up turning it over. Backcourt violation. Oh, she knew it as soon as it left her hands by Cahoon. That will be Red Hawk ball. Gimmer on the inbounds. Edelman double teamed on the inbounds play there. Really trying to take her out of the equation. And that's Vigil dribbling on the side. Gives it off to Gimmer. Gimmer guarded by Cahoon. Tries to find a cutting Edelman. Gets it to her. Deep corner. Beautiful little pass over to Valdez. And they'll call that a jump ball. Possession arrow pointed Springfield way. Cahoon on the inbounds. Going to get it up to Leathers. Up to Ellis. I really, really like that. They move the ball quickly up the floor by passing it, Brock. They don't just give it to their point guard to move it fast.
Right.
Man, I want to steal that. I want to steal that play. The sincerest flattery's imitation, right? Westfall, turnaround Jay. Over Edelman, no good. Levita with the board. Edelman now gets it over to Vigil, crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Valdez. Valdez going to drive right side all the way to the rack, and it's good. Valdez, that's her first bucket in the night. Just under 6 minutes to play. Garcia driving in. Edelman going for the block. Picks up a foul. Unfortunately, that is going to be foul number 3 on Kendall Edelman. Now, both of these teams advancing next week into the regionals, as we said before. Springfield, if they win, they'll get to host a quadrant. If Levita wins, that shot good by number 30. That's the first points for Karina Garcia. If Levita comes back and wins, they'll improve their seeding in the tournament. Edelman inbounds to Gimmer. Gimmer guarded by Varnado, who just checked in. Oh, kind of a tough handoff, not quite where it needed to be. Westfall has it now. And she's able to get the little right-handed, right side shot to fall. Destiny Valdez with it now. She's just going to bring it up past the timeline. Being patient, hands it off to Aspinatri. Left side drive. Shot off the side of the backboard, no good. Laney Leathers with the board. Aspinatri, quick recovery. Here comes Leathers. Trying to take it right to Edelman, who has 3 fouls. Bay Ellis with the board. Gets it to go. Bay Ellis now with 8 points. That is, can't quite see the number, that's a V-Hill. Well guarded by Westfall on that play. Not just like I can't get my words together, Brock. She couldn't quite get the dribble together. But I tell you what, dribbling under heavy defense like that is way easier than talking. So
right, for sure. Good call, Brad.
All right, that's Bay Ellis with it now on the far wing. Back up to Garcia, back to Ellis. She's going to drive baseline. Goes for the shot, no good. She gets her own board. She just has a knack for offensive rebounds. Good hustle by Westfall. Garcia skip pass over to Cahoon. Wide open right layup, no good. Varnado says, I'll pull the J, not quite there. Kind of a loose ball situation. V-Hill holding on to it. Jump ball. And possession this time belongs to Levita. Springfield sitting on a 26-point lead here, 46-20, 4.5 to go here in the third period. Aspinatri handling the ball for her squad, guarded by Garcia across the timeline now. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession belongs this time to Springfield. Good on-ball defense by Garcia. You know, these refs are really allowing a lot of kind of reaching to happen in this game. It's been consistent both ways. Kind of frustrating to the coaches and the crowd, but I value that it is consistently called. Westfall going to work. Guarded well that time. Not good. Shot no good. Edelman has it. She's just going to put the ball on the floor herself. Vigil now brings it across. Gets it to Valdez. Here, she's going to dribble up to back to the middle. Oh, kind of loses it, but stays with it. Gets it. And she rolls and gets a travel call. You know, that's always a tough call. The way that rule works is once you're on the ground with the ball, if you make any move whatsoever, if you attempt to even stand, it's a travel. So you just got to hope that you're fairly stationary and able to pass it off. Bay Ellis. That's double digits for her. Am I right there, Brunelli?
Yes, sir. She's got 10.
Wow, we had a nice little potential no call there. Garcia was kind of hand-checking Autry. Autry kind of put a forearm out, sent her to the ground, no call. Could have called it either way on either player there. Cahoon now back to Varnado. Tried to get Westfall. Edelman with the steal. Valdez, confident drive. Oh, just comes up a little short. Varnado with the board. She's going to bring it up herself. She's got Bay Ellis down low. Can I just call her Bellis?
Bellis, I
Bellis,
like
that word? Westfall again.
17 points for Westfall already.
Vigil with the ball now, guarded by Westfall at the top of the key. She's going to work left, hand it off to Edelman, guarded by Ellis. She's driving in, and Bellis with a little bit of body. That's going to send Edelman to the line.
Fouls on the Longhorns, number 11, Bay Ellis. Her first personal foul, first team foul.
And that's only the second foul called here in the second quarter. Each team now with one foul in this half of play. A couple of substitutions for the Longhorns. Lainey Leathers and Kendall Myers checking in. Garcia and Varnado taking a little breather. That shot no good. Bay Ellis has it now. Oh, and that is going to be an offensive foul. And it wasn't so much that Autry had her feet set, but Bay Ellis had her forearm out. Kind of looked like the Oakland A's of the 90s. Mark Aguirre, Jose Canseco, a forearm bash is what we called that, Brock. All right, here comes Aspen Autry. Guarded tight by Lainey Leathers. She's going to try to thread the needle. Doesn't quite do it. Westfall almost picked off. Now Myers has it. To a running Westfall into Bay Ellis. Her shot no good. Leathers guarding Vigil, who came up with the rebound. Here comes Vigil. She's just going to bring it on. Bay Ellis guarding what Edelman pretty much the entire way. Almost a full court shadow. That ball deflected, and apparently last touched by the Redhawks. I didn't look that way from here, but I'm only 80 feet away from the action, so. Bay Ellis now on that far side. They, with that moving the ball up by passing methodology, man, I love that. Now Aaliyah Cahoon with the ball. Over to Myers at the left wing. She had Lainey Leathers underneath, didn't quite get it to her. Now Leathers give and go with Westfall. Little up and under. Nice traditional big move. I believe that's 19 for Brickell Westfall.
19 for Westfall. She's been averaging 14 points per game in every contest this year with 8 rebounds per game.
Edelman says, hey, I'll pick it up off the floor. Gets a shot off, not quite there. Here comes Myers with the ball. She's going to play point guard. Says, no, Lainey, you can take it. Lainey Leathers now over to Bellis. Back to Myers. I'm just going to stick with Bellis. I'm not even going to try Bay Ellis because I'm going to mess it up. So that's her nickname for tonight, Bellis. That's Cahoon. Just off the mark. Vigil chases down the board, gets it over to Gimmer. Gimmer, skip pass up to Autry, chases it down, Still has control, picks a dribble up, finds her senior. Layup just a little bit long. Here come the Longhorns. 19 seconds to go here in the third. Ten seconds. Cahoon has it back to Leathers. Swing it over to Bellis. Westfall. Good ball movement. Meyer says, I got you. And Springfield in a commanding lead here, 54-21. Let's hear from another one of our very generous sponsors, Wallace Oil, right out of La Junta, Colorado.
Has been serving Southeast Colorado with quality fuels and lubricants since 1962, delivering diesel, gasoline, and propane to residential and commercial farms and ranches. You can also visit Wallace Oil Automotive Repair in La Junta for all your vehicle needs. Wallace Oil is proud to support Kim and Branson athletics and student-powered broadcasting. Go Mustangs and go with Wallace Oil Company. They deliver.
All right, folks, as we're getting ready for the fourth quarter, remember we did talk about what is each team playing for. Now, at this stage of the game with a 33-point lead, Springfield kind of in control here coming into the fourth. If they win this district, they will get to host the regional quadrant on their home gym next week. It will be 2 days of basketball, 4 teams reporting to Springfield. As it stands right now, if there's not too much shakeup, Veta could end up in that quadrant along with DeBeck and Kit Carson. So that could be a lot of fun action in Springfield next week. Let's get right to it now. Fourth quarter underway. Autry tries to get it into Edelman, pass deflected. Garcia ends up with the loose ball. Garcia to Westfall. Varnado now in the game. She's going to try the long two. Ooh, beautiful form. She might get one of my all-tournament beautiful form shots. I like the way she shoots the ball. Edelman, too. Beautiful release. Gimmer poked away by Cahoon. Gonna be last touched by Gimmer as she was going for the loose ball. Here comes Aaliyah Cahoon. Finds Garcia. Garcia over to Varnado. She's going to dribble in. They wisely collapsed after she made that long two. You got to respect her shooting ability. Garcia over to Cahoon. She's going to drive in. Little floater hook shot. Not quite there. Reef, who's checked into the game, ends up with the board. Gets it over to Edelman. She's got, guess what, a sprinting Aspinatri. And Westball says, I could sprint too. Breaks up the play, but is the last one to touch it. That will be Red Hawk basketball. Edelman with the inbounds. And she lobs it up to Reef. Just a little too much on that inbounds pass. Here comes Bellis. Over there to Cahoon. Over to Garcia on the far wing. Here, skip over to Varnado near wing. As they're moving the ball well, waiting to see what develops, hopefully trying to get it to Westfall on the inside. Garcia now top of the key. Guarded by Valdez. Over to Varnado. Varnado puts it on the floor. She's just going to see a lane. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Reef with the rebound. Gets it over to Edelman. Here comes the Veta senior. She pulls it back. Gets it over to Aspinasher. She's going to pull up for a three. Off the glass. La Junta State Bank is open. Actually, First National Bank. Let me mention one of our sponsors. Official sponsor of that three ball by Aspinatri. All right. And that is Aaliyah Cahoon. Little back and forth with Varnado. Garcia now, pretty much at the top of the key, guarded by Valdez. Garcia's going to put it on the floor over to Varnado to Cahoon. Deep corner, finds a cutting Westfall. Wide open. Count on the senior with point number 21 to cash in that kind of opportunity. Destiny Valdez now has the top of the key. She's going to drive on Varnado, loses it in traffic. Here comes Aaliyah Cahoon with Valdez now close behind. Cahoon, coast to coast. And I've got that as only Aaliyah's first points. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout of our own here from our good friends over at Cook Oil Company out of Walsh, Colorado.
One-stop shop for everything you need on the farm or range. We provide auto and ag parts and a full line of feed and livestock supplements. And we can handle your bulk fuel and propane delivery needs. Don't forget, Cook Oil is also your only source for Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides east of I-25 and south of I-70. Stop in and see us at 105 West Santa Fe in Walsh or give us a call at 719-324-5273. Thanks and good luck to the athletes competing in today's games.
All right, folks, as we come out of that timeout, again, want to thank each and every one of our sponsors. That was the Cook Oil Company. They stepped up and sponsored pretty much the last half of our basketball season and this basketball tournament. Really appreciate what they do for us here. Not only for us, but they sponsor a lot of basketball in Walsh, covering the admission costs for a lot of those home Walsh basketball games. So very generous folks at the Cook Oil Company. Now, as we progress to next week, the best way to find out what coverage is happening and who's doing things is going to be to follow us on Facebook. Even if we're not able to get the games to you, we'll let you know how you can watch the games. Some of those may be on the NFHS network. Some of those could be on another service. Even if we're not able to be there, we will let you know how to catch the action. All right, back to action right here. Aspenatry, beautiful little drive. And that's a quick 5 points for Aspenatry here in the last several seconds. 4:40 to go here in this game. And a wide open number 33, number 12. We got a couple of the younger players for Springfield checked in now. Aspenatry driving on Cahoon is going to get fouled in the process of shooting. Let's see who those Lady Longhorns are. Number 33, Jackie Gregot, is in the game, as is number 12, Valerie Wooler. Valerie being a sophomore, and, well, Jackie is as well. Aspenatry at the line. Shot number 1, just a little long. And here comes Bellis. Oh, no call on that little walkity-walk. Oh, what a take! Almost good by Valerie Wooler. Not quite there. I was looking down at my sheet. I didn't see. I did hear the whistle. That's going to send Bellis to the line. Foul on number 12. Was that on Edelman?
Yep, that was so. On Edelman.
Foul number 3.
Ellis heads to the line, averaging 6 rebounds per game with an 18% free throw percentage. Got 10 points so far in tonight's contest.
Good shot there by Bay Ellis. Aspenatry going to work from the left side. Aspenatry doing what she can with just under 4 minutes to play to claw into this pretty substantial Longhorn lead. All right, Gregot over to Bay Ellis. That shot attempt just off the mark. Bay Ellis with the board. And the last touched by Springfield. Again, several substitutions now for the Lady Redhawks. Number 1, Sarah Walters checking in, as is number 3, Aislinn Valdez. And I didn't see who the third was.
It was Zoe Reef, the freshman.
Zoe Reef coming back in. Okay. Aspenatry leading her team.
4-3.
Aaliyah Cahoon over to Bay Ellis. Gets it over to Wooler. Wooler's got a wide open Cahoon. One dribble jump shot is good. That's 4 for the junior, Aaliyah Cahoon. Here comes Aspen Autry. Just about 2.5 to go, looking at a 32-point lead. You know, at this point in the game, both coaches subbing in their younger players, understanding this game is pretty much in the books. I really appreciate when coaches give their players a little more time here. Now, as we've said, both teams are advancing to regionals. At the moment, Veta sitting at the number 23 spot in the rankings. Springfield, if they come away with the win this week, they will likely end up playing as a 7 seed. And that was Valerie Wohler now on the board. Again, if things don't change in those rankings, they're both playing in Springfield in quadrant number 7. If we played today, Springfield would square off against 26 ranked DeBeck, and Veta would take on number 10 ranked Kit Carson. Again, however that all shakes out, probably going to be lined out for sure Saturday night. As soon as we know things, we will get you the information hot off the presses, as they call it. In fact, it's all digital, so it's not even presses, and it's not necessarily hot, but it is at the speed of light because it's digital. How's that for it? So we'll get it to you at the speed of light, folks. All right, Springfield now with the ball. Under a minute to go. They will be the district champs. Congratulations to both teams. Tonight, both coaching staffs putting together excellent seasons worthy of postseason play. Was glad to see that the injury to Myers with 30 seconds in the just into the first quarter was nothing significant. Able to come in and not only be a defensive force, but get some opportunity, some offense going as well. Both of these programs, that was kind of interesting. You know, very well-respected programs in their communities. They've been very supportive of us as broadcasters. And that's Reef with a little bucket of her own. 5 seconds to go here. Thank you to all of our sponsors today. Let me just line them off for you. Congratulations to the District 3 champions, the Springfield Lady Longhorns. District 2nd place going to the Veta Lady Redhawks. Again, our sponsors for today, Baca Brew out of Springfield. Baca Brew out of Springfield. Perkins GMC and Chevrolet here in La Junta. Andriata Well Services LLC, the Los Animas Grill of Trinidad. La Quinta Inn and Suites of Trinidad, the First National Bank of Trinidad. LARCC Trucking, Rocky Mountain Turf Solutions. Farm Bureau Insurance out of Walsenburg, the Janice Salopich Agency. Woody's Furniture of Trinidad and Raton, the Wallace Oil Company, the Cook Oil Company, Wright Tires out of Kim, and the Tri-Peaks Theater and Event Center. All right, well, they'll be presenting the trophies here. First, the second place district trophy being presented to the Lady Redhawks.
Matchups have concluded today. And now for the District 3 champions, the Springfield Lady Longhorns.
And now the Springfield Lady Longhorns officially being presented with their district. Nope.
Based on the seating index, the Lady Longhorns will host the regional tournament at Springfield.
As you watch the camera go back and forth, we're trying to communicate. With some of us have headsets, some of us don't. We're doing our best for you, folks. We really do appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in today. Stay tuned. We will have the guys' championship game here after their warm-up time right here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Brock, you got any closing thoughts or stats for us here?
Yes, sir. The Veta Redhawks, congratulations on second place in the district. Scoring, Edelman with 6, Autry 17, Reef 6, Valdez 2. On the Lady Longhorn side, they'll move to 15 and 6 with Leathers with 2, Ellis with 11, Waller with 2, Myers with 12, Garcia with 2, Varnado with 11, Cahoon with 4, and your LARCC Trucking Player of the Game, I'm going to give it to Westfall, the senior, with 21. That's going to wrap it up. Congratulations to the Lady Longhorns on being district champs. I'm going to send it over to Brad for any more remarks.
All right, no real remarks other than stick around, head back to our YouTube channel, and you will find the men's District 3 championship game coming up here in about 8